Hey guys, Clumsy here. Where's the lights? Welcome back to Clumsy Flying. Goodness, lots of things today. Hope you can hear me well. Something looks different. Doesn't look as bright. Hope you guys are good though. I heard something. Hey! Santa is here. Santa is early. My goodness, that was... I have a hint who that is, who that might be, but thank you, Santa. Thank you for dropping by. I guess I must have been nice this year, huh? Thank you. Goodness. Appreciate that. Rudolph says happy holidays. 31 months, Jay! Oh, the resubs are coming in. Thanks, man. Glad you were able to join. And a while ago, Patrick resubbed as well. 12 months. I knew I saw something different. Like Patrick next to the golden CG badge. I like that. Thanks for joining, man. Thank you everybody for joining. Let me go through the list first before I forget. Jay is the first, saying no first. How ironic. Hey, Gamaste. How are you? And thanks, Bunky, for gifting another 5 subs. Wow. Yeah. Tier 1 sub to T-Bird, Panda, OMG Canada, Random Video Hub, and sorry, I'm having a hard time reading it. Thanks, Bunky, appreciate it. Hope you're still here. Who do we have else? Sonoma, good evening. How's it going? What have you been up to these days? Patrick, thanks again for the resub. Were you in Jack's stream? Sorry, couldn't drop by again. The updates in Flight Sim have been coming in left and right, and I have been quite busy. Tom, great news, man. Hope you enjoy the break. Happy holidays. Sounds like exciting times for you. Glad to hear it. Hey, Simple, no worries, man. Yeah, sorry I couldn't fulfill the request. Just too busy these days. No sound? Wait a minute. No, I think. Okay, good. Otherwise, I've been speaking without any update, without anyone hearing me. Ghost hunting. Oh my goodness. I joined them once. I stayed in the truck the entire time. Now we're simple. Forgotten. Okay, good. Hey, Geek Squad. Yes, sorry I missed your name. Thanks for joining, man. So we have a lot of things to check out today. As you can see in front of us, it's the CJ4. Literally minutes before the stream started, working title released an update, a massive update for the CJ4. As you guys might have seen before, we have been checking out the working title updates, but I think this one is the update of all updates because they got finally fed up. The working title group finally got fed up with all the Asobo stuff. The half-cooked Asobo autopilot, the half-cooked Asobo flight plan. So they redid everything. They made their own autopilot. They made their own flight planning. They made their own VNAV. So, and this is the version that has all of those. So there's a huge preface here that this is still a beta and there might be some bugs, but that is great to hear that they have come up with their own everything. So they don't have to rely on Asobo and they don't have to get scared whenever Asobo releases an update. Well, maybe they still will, but at least less so now. Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to flying this. In addition, I was actually planning on featuring, as you might have seen in the title, the Skypark. A couple of people have been raving about it. It released only yesterday, so it's perfect timing. Look at this, guys. Look at this. Isn't that cool? We have our own Skypad. And then you can like lock it. Standby. Unlock it. You have apps. This is the entire career mode, the entire app. The user interface is just amazing. It really immerses you in the world. And arguably, there are so many other career modes out there. On air, FS economy, what is that other one that is very famous? But lots of other things. But I like this one so far based on what I've seen. So I bought it because of the simplicity of it and the user friendliness of it. That plays a lot. It doesn't involve a lot of economy, a lot of company management. Like, you don't have to service your plane, hire AI. It's just basically you taking contracts for the company. And it's as simple as that. So there is less management, more flying. And oftentimes I find I get overwhelmed with all the management stuff. Like, it's cool for a bit, but it gets too tedious for me. And I just want to fly. So I joined the Discord server for these guys. Parallel 42 are the developers. The Skypark. And someone asked, is the Skypark like air hauler? And the answer from them is, no, think more like ATS, like American Truck Sim. Because you take a job, you get there from here to there, and then you get some money. And that's that. And it's not as like detailed as some other economy systems, which is actually one of its strengths in the simplicity. So we'll check it out today, how it looks. I haven't done a mission yet. So if we look for a contract here, you can see the user friendliness of it, and it really feels like a tablet. And you have like weather, you have the available jobs. Right now, the jobs are very limited because I have not yet done anything, so it's like a tutorial. So probably doing a tutorial with a CJ4 probably not the best, but we'll make it work somehow. Alright, so let me get back to chat. Hey Deso, no, it's a third-party app called the Skypark. Everything is updated in the mods list, so !mods gets you there. Or if you are watching this on YouTube, when it goes up, there should be a link in the video description to the mods list for FS 2020. This is paid though, and this is costing 42 Australian dollars. I think that amounts to around 30 USD. So very much flight sim price, not cheap at all, but let's see if it's worth it. That one could be useful. Let's see what other things. You can stay in the US or any particular place you guys want to start in. I see a couple of destinations here. I'm not sure what country that is. Somewhere in Asia, I guess. Is that Vietnam? US, Canada, India. We can stick with the US. It's a short one. It's like 48 miles. So when you click on something, you get that view. And then you get like recommended planes, type of planes for this kind of mission. So you have like helicopters when it's out, piston, turboprop, and jets. Yay! Yay! So piston is recommended, but turboprops and jets are feasible as well. The perfect one here would be a few moments later. Something. It's an Android. It's a semi-Android Sky OS is the OS that they call it. It's a very nice branding. Very nice branding. There's even like a tutorial with it. I'm not sure if I can play it, but let's go there later. So you see the XP it gives, the karma. There's a karma of like good or evil. And depending on where your karma is, you get more missions like that. So if you're going like the illegal route, then your karma will go negative and you'll get more jobs like that in the list when you're looking for one. Clear Sky, that's the company that we're in. That's a good company. The evil company is I think called Coyote. Then you have like these different details, and what I like is this one. You actually get like a satellite image of the airport. Somehow similar to like when you have those bush flights. The bush flight missions in Flight Sim, you have that overview of how the airport looks like. So not too shabby, kind of like it. And then if you click it, you actually get different kinds of information, useful information. Elevation, kinds of runways, 07 and 25, asphalt or bituminous, is it? So we have an 8,000 foot runway here, that's great. In this one, we have a almost 6,000 foot runway. Yeah, looks good. So we can request that.
Oh hey, I'll be with you in a sec. Just finishing up some paperwork on a new pilot. In the meantime, load into our departure airport and let me know when you're on the ground and ready to start.
So yeah, it is very immersive because it's not only like missions, there is like a story behind it. I watched a video, they actually featured like a YouTuber, a real pilot, did like a cross-country flight. So he put that entire flight plan in this app and you can recreate that same thing and then you can like watch his videos at the same time. So there is a bit of backstory in it. So there is really a story mode, not only career mode, not only missions. So that I really like that part. Right. Let's see. I can play you the intro for a bit. You can even like go light mode or dark mode. They really put a lot of work in this UI. So if I like show you the tutorial again. Bridget is like the manager in the company or the dispatcher.
Welcome to Clear Sky. I'm Bridget. You'll occasionally hear from me while you're zooming around the Skypark, but today I'm excited to teach you how to use your new SkyPad. I'll need a few minutes of your time, then you'll be ready for your first flight. We'll start with contracts. Contracts is where you browse for available things to do, such as cargo runs, new experiences, tours, ferry flights, and more.
You get the picture, right? But yeah, it comes with a full-fledged tutorial and it goes through all the different windows for you. So yeah, there is like audio and everything included. There's even like a live weather system here. So that should reflect the real weather in the world. Or in the sim, is it? I think in the world. Good. So if we manage that and we switch to this view, let's load up the sim. We can also try and plan the flight here. Okay. So it's like a direct, and we can go 3D here. We can fly it. So if you go and fly, wait a minute. No, because I haven't loaded in yet. Let's go here. Let me load it in. And let's load it up here. It's a one-time thing. I think they will come up with a subscription later on, but it's a different product altogether. This one in particular is one time. And a lot of people have been happy with that approach. Not a lot of people like the subscription base. Here we are, KMEZ. In terms of the winds, looks like runway 9er. Looks good, so let's go and park, find somewhere here, I guess could work. GA small. Is there something for a bigger GA? Not really. Okay, we can work with that. Everything else is default. 1 Charlie Lima, let's keep it that way. Okay, I hope this livery works. And the timing, let's start off early. Maybe 7:30. Let's have a look. Oh, there we go. That's new. Start training flight. So when it detects that you're in the range already, then you can start it. And then you can use any plane. So like these ones are only recommendations. If you want, you can fly like a 747 into this in this flight plan, but it's not recommended, but you can do it. And then you have the step-by-step get to KMEZ in Mena, Arkansas. And then you can start. You pick up the cargo, you fly, you taxi, you drop it off, and then you complete the mission. So it's like a step-by-step thing. I absolutely love the interface. The interface really got me. Imagine like being inside the plane and having this on the side, right? It's perfect. Let me turn off the... It's probably lagging bad, huh? There you go. That should help, I think. Not much. That might be a problem. It's probably lagging on your end, guys, huh? 1 second. Does that work? No, now I'm starting to drop frames again. Am I? Not as much, but still am. Yeah. Looks like it turned out to be a troubleshooting stream. Oh, that's very tricky. Okay, let's lower that more. 45, is that better? Yeah, that's better. Okay, good. Strange. Yeah, it's the perfect music, exactly. Okay. That's getting more stable now. Sorry for the delay, guys. Let's work with this. Let us work with this. So I cannot max out my GPU so much, unlike before, because OBS is having a fit. Alright, let's do this. Anyone still there? Hopefully you guys are here. So let's see. Expires in 26 minutes. Oh my goodness, that doesn't sound good. Okay. Let's try it out. Hate OBS. Well, it has been working for me for years. It's just this update that has a problem. So I don't think... Yeah, I'll continue using it for myself. Good. Now, how do you start this plane again? I kind of forgot because I've been flying the longitude. Should be some batteries here. Oh yeah, I remember. Battery on. Dispatch mode. Even the sounds have been remade in this update. And for those who are watching this on YouTube, sorry, the stream got cut off because we encountered some technical difficulty, so the footage is cut off as well. And we're checking out the CJ4 update 0.8.0 together with the Skypark new career mode app, you could say. It's a third-party app that's paid. So let's start the training flight. Does that work?
Hello! Welcome to the Skypark. My name is Jeff, but my friends call me the Maestro. Bridget asked that I show you the ropes, so here we are. She introduced you to the Skypad, but I'll walk you through the flow of using it to make some money. We use the Skypad to find, plan, and track all of our flights, so don't lose it. Since you've already requested this flight, you may be in the Conduit app. If you're not, click Conduit from the home screen.
You can pin
Conduit
it.
displays additional information and a checklist for each contract. The top will always show the current to-do item, but don't touch that yet. Let's keep scrolling down. That bit of art there above the plane icons, that's the elevation profile for this flight. I like to think of it as an indicator of how scenic a flight will be. The plane icons let you know what aircraft type is recommended based on many variables in the contract. It's smart, maybe smarter than us. Follow those recommendations unless you like a good challenge. Remember, on the Skypark you can fly whatever you own as long as you get the job done. Next, you see some information on distance, highest obstacle, and the most critical bit of info, expiration date. You've got to be a reliable pilot to get better pay and additional perks in the future. They track that stuff. Your reliability score is hidden from you on the Progress app. But here's a tip for a new friend. Anytime you want to know your current score, take Bridget to lunch by flying to KMKC Downtown Airport in Kansas City, and she'll make it visible for a bit. She looks out for her pilots. It's good to have a friend on the inside. Below that section is your checklist. You'll find details on each airstrip and to-do items along the way. These automatically check off as they're completed. The last bit of info shows who you're working for, details on how this flight will affect your career, and last but not least, your pay.
Good.
A loadmaster will handle things in the back. You'll have one with you on every flight, but they're not always talkative. Keep on their good side, as they can be cranky in the mornings. Remember that not all contracts are cargo. Some are for karma, some for XP, and others just for cash. Time to go. Scroll up to the top and click load.
That one should be the same. So we're carrying SkyPads as well with us. These same devices that we're using, I guess, for the other new pilots. Load them up.
Now let's plan this flight. Click on the Plan Flight button to enter the YoFlight app. YoFlight will track you on a moving map. You can even zoom in to see airport details. In the top right, you'll find some view selectors, 2D, 3D, north up, and track aircraft. Below those are some options to manipulate elevation data. The SkyPad will program a direct flight for each contract. If you want to fly a custom route, you can always click the Load PLN button and use a custom flight plan. Fancy, huh?
Nice.
We're going to take a direct route today, so hit the fly button. Okay, taxi to the runway and take to the skies. The moving map will track our movements. You have control.
Wow.
Wake me up when we're halfway there for a quick check-in. Wake me up before you go.
He's a bit rowdy, isn't he? This actually has some airport layouts in here and taxiways. Very interesting. So you can do that in 3D as well. You can map yourself here. That's pretty cool. Okay, good. Any dates? Just finished yours, Giraffe. You mean the Skypark mission? Oh, nice. How did it go? That is pretty interesting. Okay, let's put that here for a minute as we focus on the performance here. How are the weights? The weights are not updated automatically yet with Skypark. I think that's something that they're working on. 13991, or we can just say 4 packs in here. There you go. That should be close enough. Cruise altitude, flight level 420. Probably not. Probably not. Because of this limited altitude. Let me have a look at the safe altitude. Highest obstacle is 2,500. So let's say maybe 4,000 or 5,000 depending on our direction. Since we are traveling to the northwest, so that should be an even number. So let's put in 4,000 here, very low today. Should be, it's good. All right. That shouldn't update yet. All right, let's go and start it up first. Lights, beacon lights. Let's put the nav lights on as well.
May I have your attention, please? At this time, please comply with the illuminated seatbelt and no smoking signs.
Copyright claim incoming. Oh no. Hey Van, how are you? Welcome to the stream. Sorry for the technical difficulties a while ago, guys. Let's go and catch up to it. Oh, that's new. Definitely new sounds. Definitely new sounds. You can hear like the whatever that is, air conditioning or some kind of ventilation dialing down as the engine starts up. Even the fonts, I think, are more crisp. They changed the fonts so that it's more legible even from far here. Nice. So the update to the CJ4 mod has VNAV, FADEC, Autopilot, everything is customized, and I'm expecting a very nice experience overall. We'll see how that works. Starter, when the starter cuts out, and we can start the next one. I love the subtle changes in the audio. Starter cut out, there you go. Start engine 1. We'll look outside. Engine 1 is this one. Yeah, even the exterior sounds I think are different. That is so much better than the default. They said that it is still a work in progress, but so far the sounds already are much better than before. Man, I like that. Beautiful. Starter should cut out any moment. Flying MSFS while watching. Good, where are you flying? Doing good, Jesse. Except for that technical hiccup. I wonder what changed in OBS. I'll have to double check later. And let me know if the frames start dropping again. I had to lower my frame rate limit. Which is a shame. Okay, engines are good. We can turn on avionics. Perfect. Get the local altimeter to 9er7. And let's continue plugging in the rest of the stuff here. Takeoff to 9er7. Winds are 038 at 5 knots. We should pick a runway first. I think runway 35 would be best. No, actually, which one is the longer? Runway 09er would be the longer one. So let's pick that one. Be on the safe side. Execute. Alright, takeoff. Okay, outside air temperature is 0. Wow. Is that... which one do we use? Because those are very different. Static air, I guess, is changing based on the wind. So the R80 is probably what we should be using. What does R80 mean again? Does anyone remember? Okay. Looks good. Okay, those are V speeds. Takeoff flaps 15. Anti-ice. Do we need anti-ice? Do we have clouds, precipitation, or whatnot? Maybe we don't need anti-ice. Yeah, even if it's cold. Send those to the PFD. Those should mark. There we go, the magenta ones. Alright. Let's put in 090 as the heading. That would be for the runway. Right, let me double check with the app if we are missing something. Get to KFSM. Okay, it's from here on out it's the default flying now. Good. Contracts gave you once you finish, they're so large. I'm looking forward to that because right now the jobs are very limited still. Then turn on our landing lights. Seatbelt signs on. Please fasten seatbelts, guys.
Attention, please. The captain has turned on the seatbelt sign. Please fasten your seatbelt and shoulder harness at this time. Thank you.
Altitude to 4,000 feet. Oh, look at that. I see something new. I see something new. Vertical guidance. Let's double check that. Let's explore that a bit. And this will make us late on the contract, but we'll catch up to it later. Look at that, 1112. If we look at the legs page here, runway 9er 1112, and yeah, we'll probably get more details later on, but you can actually set that one here. Let's say memory 1. That's what I want, yes. Now, if I zoom out here, we should probably get like a top of descent later. Let's put in an arrival airport, arrival runway. Yeah, let's pick an approach. Let's follow that. So, Kilo Foxtrot, Sierra Mike. I'm still using Little Navmap for the weather and everything. Winds are pretty calm. No, actually we have winds. 098 at 5 knots. So the ILS would be a proper... Let's check out RNAV. Let's do an RNAV approach here. RNAV 07, that should be the longer runway. Now which procedure? Let's have a look here, guys. Let me show you what I'm looking at. So that's the arrival airport. Winds are coming from the east, so runway 07 is the best here. Now in RNAV 07, What kind of transition would we want? Ijofu, Ixasi, or Hulil? That's the full procedure turn. I think Ijofu would be the best for us because we're coming from the southwest. Well, yeah, that looks good. Okay, let's pick that one. Ijofu it is. Good, execute. And then let's double check legs page. Runway 9 in discontinuity. So we can just say go direct to Ijofu. So we can do that by putting in this one, copy, paste. And that should put a direct line to Ijofu. Execute. And now you see we have vertical guidance, 4,500 above. So 4,500 probably isn't a good way for us. So it's put in 6,000 as our quote-unquote cruising altitude here. Good. Alright, that looks pretty promising so far. Okay, let's go. Free with Game Pass, but 150 gigs. Yeah. Yeah. Salt Lake City to San Francisco. Sounds good. How long does that take? Turn left here. Clear on the right there. Let's not forget our flaps for takeoff. Let's turn on the flight directors. We'll go nav mode. Actually, let's go heading mode first. I want to test some stuff. And yeah, we'll use pitch for now. The expanse is out. Nice. Okay, definitely have something to watch then. Thank you for letting me know. Man, time flies so fast, huh? That's great. So let's cross the runway here. And we'll turn on the other side. Did I turn on the strobes? I hope those are the strobes. Yes, indeed. Your message got sent now. Even the taxiing feels different. Feels much smoother. I'm using my rudder pedals for steering. And it feels very natural. Okay, here is runway 9er. Okay, let's make sure I didn't forget anything. Landing lights, taxi lights can go off. Tune. The ARA. Let's just stick to 121200 here. Good. Alright. Okay, did I forget anything? I hope not. We'll see. 6,000 feet on the cruising altitude. Right. Now FADEC should take care of the thrust settings. So I just go 50%. Oh, that's a very good warning. Yeah, the static heater. Those ones. That's what I forgot. Alright, now we can push it. Awesome. The FADEC do its job. I have the V speeds right there. On the tape V1, rotate. There we go. Positive rate. Gear up. The panels are not lit up. Let's get some lighting in. There you go. Nice. Go into climb mode. Oh, it actually goes to the detent now. You guys see? There are detents on the throttle. That's the takeoff. That's the climb detent. And FADEC should take care of doing that for us. Of setting the correct thrust. That is so cool. It's kind of like a semi-auto throttle kind of thing. Right. Let's go and capture the heading mode. Yaw damper on. Turn on autopilot. Let's go FLC mode here. Everything looks good so far. Working great.
Altitude.
Oh, that's new. Altitude captured. 6,000 feet. As easy as that. So many new things. Yeah. There you go. Mods list. Let's have a quick look. Where we are. Are we getting captured here? Yes, we are. Okay, there we are. And there's the flight plan. Good. So the app is updating. Let's go to nav mode here. LNAV1 is active. That's good. We are going beyond. We are beyond 250 knots though. That's bad. Now there is a detent here. Take off, climb, but cruise there is not. Okay, let's just leave it there then. I guess I should actually dial down a lot here. Because if you're flying at very low altitudes, yeah, this jet really pushes past 250 super quick. So I've actually violated some speed restrictions there. I love how responsive this plane is. There you go. Man, that is good. Let's see how it captures, how the autopilot is working. Very nice, gentle turn there. The HSI capturing the magenta line on its own. Let's see if it will be able to keep it. Okay, expand. What chair do I use? This one? It's a, how do you pronounce it? Noi chair. N-E-U-E chair. More like an office chair. Ah, that is beautiful. Even locked to 45 frames per second because the FPS is constant. It feels very smooth. I show that one. Very nice. Cool. On air would have penalized me. Yeah, that's true. That's also one thing. It doesn't have all those penalties, which can be a good and bad thing depending on what you're looking for. To be honest, I grew tired of all those penalties. I hate it. I just want to fly on my own, and if I do something bad, I want to, well, I just want to do better next time, but I hate the penalty part. It really got to me. So right now I'm thankful there is not such a thing. Look at that, guys, top of descent. I'm excited for that. The front part looks like a duck. Yeah, it doesn't look very good for me either, this one. Yeah. It's not my favorite part of the plane. Man, those reflections, huh? It's so good. Air Hauler 2 I have seen, but it's too complex for me. I don't want to get into it. Right, let's have a look at the legs page here. Thanks for following. Welcome to the channel. Feel free to join us in chat if you haven't yet. So next, we have altitude restrictions here, 4,500 above, and it says there top of descent. So I am interested. VNAV is here now, so we'll put it to its spaces later on. We'll try how it works. Okay, monitor my speed. 240 knots. We are speeding a bit too fast here. Hey White Leg, thanks for the follow, man, appreciate it. Welcome to the channel. The stream is smoother now, right? No more missed frames, hopefully. I'll worry about that offline later, how I can fix that. So let's have a look here. Distance to go 30 miles, ETE 7 minutes. But that is a very interesting flight planner. It's not exact though, because because it's just planning a straight point to point in the airport, but we put in an approach, so it's not following that exactly. But what we could have done is we could have loaded the flight plan in, like planned it in Little Navmap and loaded it in this Skypark app, so that it's 1:1 with the flight plan. That can work. We'll try that later as we have more access to more complex contracts. Alright, let's see. Top of descent is close. How do we do this? Well, we have to put the proper selected altitude. So let's put in... let me double check. Alright. Ijofu. Final approach fix is Ogoku. You know what? Let me open Navigraph here. And what are the speeds? I think 200 knots for flaps. And gear, I think. Yeah, okay. That would be a safe estimate. So the airport we're going to is Kilo Foxtrot Sierra Mike, Fort Smith Regional. I'll show you the chart when I load it up. 1 second. Approach RNAV runway 7.
Oh, hi! Everything looks good, and the load is still on the plane. I hope you got to poke around YoFlight a bit more. Lots of data is available to you while you're in flight, and it's always getting updated with cool new features.
669.
Okay, another little power nap. Wake me up when we are on the ground. Yes, this means you better butter that landing.
Oh no. 2100, 669. Okay. So what I can do is I can set the altitude close to minimums, maybe, and just let VNAV take us there. So if I set the altitude lower, like here, set it to 1000, you can see the next VNAV point got already indicated there, 4500. And if we trigger VNAV here, there we go. So currently we are at VALT. Later on, as the VNAV engages, then we should activate the path, I assume. Let's see when that happens. Cool. Skypark looks pretty good so far. Pretty simple, but exactly what I need. We'll see later how that works though. Oh crap. Something might have gone wrong, guys. Look at that. We might have to repeat this. Because look at the expiry a while ago. That is the main blockage. Like you can do everything except go past the expiry. And because of that technical difficulty we got a while ago, we actually overshot. So looks like we'll have to do the introductory flight again. I hope we can skip it, but we'll see how it works. Start slowing down here. I think we'll start our descent soon. Actually, I could have turned that on as well. Sounds are so much better. Not the best. Not the best combination. Oh, I'm seeing a diamond. Or how do you call it? A star. There it is. The vertical profile is coming up. And that is exactly where the top of descent will be. When that magenta snowflake reaches the middle, that means that's when we'll be starting our descent. That is pretty cool. There's also something there. LPV turn, TOD, there we go. Oh, VPath is active. And now we are starting our descent. It is working so far, guys. It is working. Hey! Yeah, Pinoy! Hey, Remix, musta? Stream is fine, thank you. Thanks for follow, Remix. Thanks for dropping by. Hey, Joey. Thanks for following as well. Welcome, guys, to the stream. We'll do another mission later, but for now, let's focus on the CJ4 and how amazing the VNAV is working so far. You even have that Boeing banana there, range to alt indicator, but I'm not sure if that's correct, because I would have assumed that range should be for 1000, but it looks like that range is for 4500, so maybe it's right. Yeah, because it's alt V, so altitude restriction on the VNAV on the FMS, and that one is 4500. So that white, there we go, vertical altitude capture on the flight plan on the FMS. So that might be why. So that means exactly we'll be on 4500, exactly on Ijofu, which is perfect. The vertical restriction is 3000 at Ixasi. So once we start descending, look at that, the top of descent is still way back there. Cool. Yeah, the constraint. Skypark sounds interesting, but you already bought on air. Yeah, same with me. I bought both of them. But we'll see which one we like better. Alright, let's change the heading here. Man, the automation is working great so far. Hope it keeps up. Let's see if it will be able to capture the glide path in the RNAV later on as we approach the final approach fix. So the runway heading, let's have a look at the chart again. Oh, I wanted to set the minimums, right? Final approach fix is 076. So let me plug that in now so I don't forget. Probably going to be good to...
Landing gear.
No, actually I forgot to bring up my flaps. You guys notice? I was so busy with everything else, I forgot to put my flaps up, which is actually not bad in this case because it's such a short flight, so we can argue that is by intention. There we go, next waypoint 2100, which is going to be the final approach fix. I do want to set minimums to see if it's working already. Refs menu, let's try to go there. Oh, I haven't computed my crap. I haven't computed my approach speeds yet. Let's just put something there just to test it. Okay, slow down, slow down. There's the runway. One sec, guys, I'll get back to you after I catch up on this. I am slacking off performance. Approach winds at the airport is 068 at 5. Outside air temperature is 0. Altimeter 3004 actually. There you go. Approach ref next. VREF 104 110. Okay, send that in. There you go. Okay, good. We are below 200 knots. We are getting close to the final approach fix. Let me go and deploy the landing gear. Good introductory flight, lots of misses, but good introductory to how things are looking like and how the updated CJ4 mod is behaving. So now we should be able to arm the approach, I believe. Does that work? Not sure if I did the right thing. Go full flaps. There's our angle of attack showing. Getting close to VAP. 2100, there we go. I'm not sure what the VG. Oh, that VGP. Yeah, that's a glide path. We did capture it already. Cool. So let's see if that will continue.
Altitude.
1,000 to go, which is fine. Are we continuing our descent? We are continuing our descent, guys. We have captured the glide path as indicated, as enunciated there, VGP. So now I just have to slow down towards the VAP calculation there. Let me put the altitude to the missed approach altitude, which is 3,000 feet based on the chart.
Altitude.
Oh, that's wrong, I think. It leveled me out. No.
Altitude.
That might be bugged. It brought me out of glide path. We'll have to catch up now. Hey, OMG, Edson. Your name looks very familiar. Are you one of the developers for Skypark? I'm loving the app so far, although I did not do a very good job at finishing the introductory flight. There you go. The app looks beautiful. It's the most beautiful app I've seen. Looks very much like a tablet. Right. I'm not sure if I did something wrong in the procedures, but from what I know, once you've captured glide path, you should be able to set the altitude already. Maybe we haven't captured the glide path yet fully back then. So right now I am just doing this.
Autopilot.
Okay, turn off autopilot, turn off the yaw damper, run our own.
500.
Not sure what happened with the annunciation. Let's double check later. Okay. VApp. Let's slow down bit by bit to VREF soon. Don't have any vertical guidance whatsoever, which is interesting. The snowflake completely disappeared from view. Okay, just keep everything in. Slow it down. Winds are coming straight at us, a little bit from the right, but shouldn't be a problem. Okay. Minimal flaring, minimal flaring. Going to idle. Floating. There you go. Floating, floating. Set it down. There you go. Speed brakes. And where can we exit? I guess here to the left if we brake hard enough. Or in the next one. Here. Does this work? Is this a runway? I guess so. We'll figure it out. Definitely your favorite add-on for flight simming. It is turning out to be that way for me as well. Even though I failed the tutorial mission. Am I the first person to fail the tutorial mission? It's a bit embarrassing, but we'll try again. See how it works. Just park somewhere. Did Jeff yell at you? No, I just heard a ding. And then when I checked the app, it says mission failed because we went beyond the expiration of the job. And the instructor never spoke to me again. He just like jumped out of the plane or something. Let's turn that off. Alright, let's see how this works, guys. We'll do a better job next time. Parking brake is set. Let's turn off the avionics and turn off the engine here. Good. All right. I love that. The sounds are beautiful. Okay, let's have a look back at Skypark. Failed. Do you recommend for someone who's on air? It depends on what you're looking for. On air is a very good app for like career mode, yes, but it has a lot of management elements in it. And there's the VA aspect as well, flying with other people and contributing on building your own company and stuff like that. So it's a much more detailed, that there's a management aspect. What I particularly like about Skypark, it's more of the load it up and fly kind of thing. Like you focus more on the flying than the management side. Because the management side honestly has been getting to me. I'm getting very lazy at managing all these planes, having them repaired, and making sure that everything is running. You know, I'd rather just pick a job and fly, like how I do in ATS and ETS2. So this was very intriguing to me in that point of view. And at the same time, the user interface is absolutely nothing else comes close. So it really feels like a tablet, like an iPad, Android kind of mishmash. So yeah, since we failed that one, looks like we'll have to do another one. So let's go and maybe stay in the US. Well, we can go to India. We have a couple of Indian viewers right here. Let me know if you guys are familiar with this. Ahmedabad. That seems familiar. Yeah, Ahmedabad seems familiar. A lot more planned for this. Can't wait to see what's in store. Exactly. I love talking to people as they land. Keep them sharp. Yeah. Sorry, I missed a lot of messages, guys. Thanks for joining, everybody. Skypad. Are you going to share a link? Jay can permit you, if you don't mind, Jay, so that Edson can share a link for us. Show me a pilot owns an FBO sa McLaren. Fair enough. Good point. It's a one-time purchase. Same thoughts about on-air. Manage can be embarrassed. Some people like it. Some people have spreadsheets and stuff. And we have those people in the Discord, and that's great. You know, it's just that sometimes it gets a bit tedious. And also on-air is very restrictive when it comes to like which planes you can fly. Like for example, I couldn't fly the longitude with the mod because it's not matching with the longitude in on-air. So I can't fly it. Here you can fly anything. Not a lot of restrictions. So this one expires in 3 hours. So let's get that one.
Oh hey! I'll be with you in a sec. Just finishing up some paperwork on a new pilot. In the meantime, load
he's
into
going
our
to talk to us
departure
again.
airport and let me know when you're on the ground and ready to start.
Oh wow, what is that? Oh cool, there you go guys. There you go, first to claim that. I would assume that's like a free key for the Skypark. Thanks Edson, appreciate that. Guy with the fastest hands wins. Okay, let's go there. What is this? Von to Va. Let's plug that in here and let's try making this into a full proper thing. Now what I can do is I can quit the sim in the meantime. I'll reload it so we'll get live weather. I don't want to risk it. You're not near PC. My pleasure, Edson. I saw this yesterday. I think you released this yesterday, right? And I immediately started watching some videos. And I was like, I have to try this out. This looks super cool. This looks exactly what I'm looking for. Right, let's plug this in here. Vaughn, thank you for the amazing work and looking forward to the upcoming updates. things you have planned for us, because there does seem like there are a couple of hidden things that you guys are waiting to release, depending on when Flight Sim 2020 supports those. So that's going to be our airport. Ahmedabad is actually the destination. Okay. Alright, so that's how it looks. No procedures here in the destination, but we do have arrival procedures in the arrival airport, Ahmedabad there. Now, the weather is not very good. Moderate mist, so it looks like it's IFR. We'll see if that reflects in the sim. But looks like runway 5 would be the best one for us. We do have an RNAV for runway 5, so we'll try that again. So let's pick an approach here. Looks perfect for our needs. Yeah, let's take that. Let's also go on an arrival if something fits, though I have my doubts. Everything is coming from the south. That one, but it's so far away. Doesn't fit, we're too close. Yeah, we'll have to go around super far. So let's just stick with an approach. Okay, that looks good enough. I do want to get a waypoint, any waypoint, just to have like a test if it works properly. Like here, let's say AH370. Put that in the flight plan. There you go. And then, so from the airport, go direct to AH Alpha Hotel 370, and then go direct to Lupka and join the approach on the RNAV 05 approach. Skypark is the name of the app. Someone claimed it by now, I'm sure. You have a lot of fast hands here. Okay, so let's save that as a flight plan. Let's also export that Little Navmap as a new option, multi-export flight plan, where you can export multiple flight plans in one go. Like I'm exporting it as a PLN file and an FMS file. So I click this. Yeah. And yeah. Perfect. Right. So I'm not sure how the CJ4 mod reacts when you load a flight plan in here, if it loads that properly. So we'll test it. After all, that's what we're looking for, right? There we go. That's exactly what we wanted. Not so much. There's a missing waypoint in there, but we'll load it up later. Let's try to load that up again. Seems like it didn't get saved properly. Yeah, not the best, but we'll see. Okay, how long is this runway? 3928. I hope that's enough. Let's pick a parking 1. But yeah, that should be good. We'll worry about it later. Good. Airport is quite a small one. Probably not the best airport to depart from. Yeah. Little Navmap is just so power packed, even if it's not the best looking one. Like it's pretty, I don't know how you call it, 90s look. It is as functional as ever. The most powerful tool you can have. It's the, I call it the, what's that thing real pilots use? One sec. 5,000 would be a good one here. Okay. Maybe not the best time to fly. For flight, that's what I was looking for. Little Navmap is the for flight of the flight sim world, in my opinion. Okay. Runway we'll be using 3928. At least it's asphalt. Unja Airport. It doesn't look like it's that bad in the weather. It says IFR, moderate mist, but that does not reflect here, looks like. Okay. Looks like it's perfect for runway 5 though, so that's where we're going. Yeah, exactly, Remix. Thanks. 7 a.m. still dark out. Okay. Thank you. All right. So let's have a look at Skypark again. How it's doing. There we go. It captured that we are in here in the right spot. So let's start the training flight.
Hello! Welcome to the Skypark. My name is Jeff, but my friends call me the Maestro. Bridget asked that I show you the ropes, so here we are. She introduced you to the Skypad, but I'll walk you through the flow of using it.
Yeah, I bought it
to
via
make
Orbix
some
as well.
money.
I think that's the only place where I can buy it from right
plan
now.
and track all of our flights, so don't lose it. Since you've already
Silent
requested
Winner,
this
speak up.
flight,
Almost
you may be in the
42.
Conduit app. If you're not, click Conduit from the home screen. Conduit displays additional information and a checklist for each contract.
We've run that already,
The
so I'll
top
just
will
leave it
always
running
show
in the
the current
background.
to-do item,
Start
but
to
don't
playing in
touch
the
that
meantime.
yet. Let's keep
Dispatch mode
scrolling down.
here.
That bit of art there above the
Beacon
plane
lights.
icon, that's the
Pause
elevation
init.
profile for this flight.
Copy paste.
I like to think of it as an
Flight plan,
indicator
we
of how
have
scenic
the
a
airports
flight will be.
correctly,
The
but
plane
departing
icons
runway
let you
is
know
level
what
5,
aircraft type is recommended based on many variables
and
in the
the
contract.
arrival would
It's
be
smart,
the
maybe smarter than us. Follow those
VNAV
recommendations
05
unless you like a
Yankee
good challenge.
with the
Remember, on the Skypark you can fly
Lupka
whatever you
transition.
own as long as you get the job done.
Flight
Next,
plan,
you see some information
next
on distance,
page.
highest obstacle, and the most critical bit of info, expiration date. You've got to be a reliable pilot to get better pay and additional perks in the
direct to
future.
Lupka.
They
I
track
want
that
to add
stuff.
a leg there.
Your reliability score
How do I
is hidden
add
from you
that?
on the Progress app. But here's a tip for a new friend. Anytime you want to know your current score,
370.
take
Squeeze
Bridget to
that
lunch
here.
by flying to KMKC Downtown Airport in Kansas City, and she'll make
That
it
works,
visible
okay.
for a bit.
Good.
She looks out for her pilots.
Execute.
It's good to have a friend on the inside.
So from the
Below
airport
that section
to Alpha Hotel
is your
370
checklist. You'll find details
to
on each
Lupka,
airstrip
and then
to-do
RNAV
items
5
along the way.
arrival.
These
Next
automatically
page
check off
is
as they're completed. The last bit of
good.
info shows who you're working for.
There's
Details on how
discontinuity,
this
so we can
flight will
just
affect your
copy
career,
paste that
and last
to
but
remove
not
the
least,
discontinuity.
your pay.
That means runway 5 direct
A
to Alpha
load
Hotel
master will handle
370
things in the
and to
back.
Lupka.
You'll have
Cool.
one with you on every flight, but
And then
they're
what I
not
wanted to
always
check
talkative. Keep on their good side, as
was
they can be
if you
cranky in
want
the mornings.
to set a
Remember that not all contracts are cargo. Some are for karma, some for XP,
so
and
if you
others
want to
just for
see
cash.
set like a
Time to
I
go.
assume
Scroll up to the top and click load.
thank you. So put in a vertical restriction there. I think you can do it like this. There you go. That should work. Now we'll test that, okay? So we'll climb to 5,000 and then we'll see if VNAV will descend us down to 3,000 based on what we plugged in there. We'll check it out. Okay, looks good. Let's keep that in. Performance, perf init, have 4 people in there. That should be good. And then the rest we do somewhere else. Start the engine again. Engine starting. FADEC taking care of everything. Let's hope I don't forget so much this time. Second time's the charm. Let's put in the panel lighting. Safety.
May I have your attention, please? At this time, please comply with the illuminated seat belt and no smoking signs. Thank you. May I have your attention, please? The captain has turned on the seatbelt sign. Please fasten your seatbelt and shoulder harness at this time. Thank you.
That's a good idea, Jay. So a bit of perspective, Edson. In trucking, so one of my main sims is Truck Simulator. We have a VTC, a virtual trucking company system called VTlog, and they have like a Discord bot. So whenever someone from the VTC finishes a job, it captures that job and then posts it in Discord. So what we have in our server is we have a channel specifically. All the deliveries done are being posted there, and we can like brag to each other about our stats. Oh, look at that fuel economy. Oh, look at the damage. But then again, I guess that would come into play on how do you say, if you have like a virtual group. But if you're flying individually, I'm not sure if it fits well, but food for thought maybe. Thanks, Jay. Let's load up the
Now let's
Skypads.
plan this flight. Click on the Plan Flight button to enter the Yo
Plan
Flight
it.
app. Yo Flight will track you on a moving map. You can even zoom in to see airport details. In the top right, you'll find some view selectors: 2D, 3D, north up, and track aircraft. Below those are some
That doesn't
options
look good.
to manipulate elevation data. The Skypad will program a direct flight for each contract.
Oh,
If
don't
you
do
want
this
to
to
fly
me.
a custom route, you can always click the Load PLN button and use a custom flight plan. Fancy, huh? We're going to take a direct route today, so hit the fly button. Okay,
So that
taxi to the
works.
runway and take to the skies. The moving map will track our movement.
Manage. Plan
You have
flight.
control. Wake me up when we're halfway there for a quick check-in. Wake me up before you go.
Oh no, he's singing again. Sure thing, Jay will just have to permit you again. Yeah, I already joined the Discord. Getting a lot of inputs there. Any idea how I can fix this, Edson? It looks like it's not able to see my contract, even though I have it accepted. Maybe I should pause it and then resume it. Resume. Plan. Let me try to restart. Bounce the transponder. Oh, yeah, that might be it because I restarted the sim. Okay. So I can quit the transponder. And then open it up again. So there are two apps, guys. The transponder is like the thing that detects your sim, and that is the connection between the Skypad and the sim. So you need to open the transponder to get that link, and then you need to open the Skypad for the actual interface. Okay, flight, no contracts. Let's have a look here. Oh yeah, I think it wiped out what I did. Oh, please don't disappear. Let's see if it's still there. Oh, it's gone. What happened? Oh, this is... I think it's Mumbai busing me because I'm in India. But yeah, I saw that. Being in Discord, you get like new missions and stuff. Very interesting. So yeah, unfortunately, it looks like what we did is not tagged anymore. I'm not sure if I can manage to get that back. Yeah, I don't think it's here anymore. Yeah. For the flight sim enthusiasts who are using a lot of different apps, that can be problematic. Okay, let's start fresh here. Let's do this the proper way, guys. This has been a very troubleshooty stream. Sorry about that, but it is part of the risk when trying something very new and combining it with everything else that you've been using. So both the stream itself and the apps I'm using are getting conflicts right now. Some days it's really just like that and we have to roll with it. Thanks. Yeah, that will be great. So let's restart the sim. Let's restart everything. Let's keep it fresh. Quit that. Quit that. Close everything. Let's close Little Navmap. Let's try to not touch it. Okay. Start up the sim again. Thanks, Edson. Glad you're here. That will help. Great. Thanks, Jay. All right, so let's see. What can we do? We can try it out again. I can try to complicate it less, to simplify it, basically, by not putting in so much of flight plans. Yeah, okay, let's do that. All right. Skypark only. Okay, let's go with that. CJ4 with everything. Probably starting with the CJ4 wasn't the best idea either. Starting a complicated plane on a simple flight. But that should work. The first flight plan I didn't use Little Navmap. So that was all smooth, except that the job I took was very short. And I ran out of, the duration ran out. So it failed. But it was working perfectly. So I think, yeah, the flight plan that Little Navmap is saving is overwriting it somehow. Okay, I'll keep a close eye on that flight plan, on that file, on that directory, see how it's doing in the background. So let me open up the transponder right now. Then launch the Skypad. Let's look for a contract while the sim is loading. Oh, that's perfect, Edson. Yeah, that would be great. Right. 53 miles, 5-hour limit. That looks good. Introductory training flight that is supported. The elevation is perfectly flat. KGRN. 5,000 foot runway. This one is huge. 9,000 foot runway. Cool. Let's go with that.
Oh, hey! I'll be with you in a sec. Just finishing up some paperwork on a new pilot. In the meantime, load into our departure airport and let me know when you're on the ground and ready to start.
Kurgern. So I'll load up Little Navmap, but I won't save it. So I'll just use it in the background. I won't overwrite anything. Gordon Municipal. Let's just load up the sim. Good. Runway 0422. No wind, that's good. Okay. Runway 4 it is, because that's the closest one. Go for a morning departure. Okay. This to Kaya. Kilo Alpha India Alpha. We'll get to fly this eventually, guys. Hang tight, we're almost there. There are arrival procedures. Whoa, what is that? It's a bit foggy. But we can make that work. Runway 30 looks good. 30 it is, okay. RNAV 30. So I won't save the flight plan, but we need to plug it in the plane. Full procedure turn? No, let's just go here, even. That one. Good. Elevation here. Above Southwest, 8,000 feet. 10,000. That looks pretty good. Let's go for 10,000 feet. Okay. Start.
Hello! Welcome to the Skypark. My name is Jeff, but my friends call me the Maestro. Bridget asked that I show you the ropes, so here we are. She introduced
Yeah, exactly
you to the Skypad,
what Jay
but I'll
said.
walk you through the flow
So happy
of
we have
using
you,
it
Edson.
to make some money.
At least we can
use
try
the
to make
Skypad
sense of
to
things.
find, plan, and track all of our flights, so don't lose it. Since you've already requested this flight, you may be in the Conduit app. If you're not, click Conduit from the home screen. Conduit displays additional information and a checklist for each contract. The top will always show the current to-do item, but don't touch that yet.
So while
Let's
he's
keep
talking,
scrolling down.
let's go and work on
That
this.
bit of art there above the plane icons,
Whoa,
that's the elevation profile for this flight.
beautiful.
I like to think of it
Pretty
as an
overcast
indicator of how
clouds, though.
scenic a flight will be. The plane icons let you know what aircraft type is recommended based on many variables in the contract. It's smart, maybe smarter than us. Follow those recommendations unless you like a good challenge. Remember, on the Skypark you can fly whatever you own as long as you get the job done. Next, you see some information on distance, highest obstacle, and the most critical bit of info, expiration date. You've got to be a reliable pilot to get better pay and additional perks in the future. They track that stuff. Your reliability score is hidden from you on the
04.
Progress app. But here's a tip for a new friend. Anytime you want to know your current score, take Bridget to lunch by flying to KMKC Downtown Airport,
VNAV
Kansas City,
30.
and she'll make it visible for a bit.
With
She
the
looks out for her pilots. It's good to have a
even
friend on the
transmission.
inside. Below that
Transition,
section
rather.
is your checklist. You'll find details on each airstrip and to-do items along the way. These
remove that
automatically check off
discontinuity.
as they're completed. The last bit of info shows who you're working for, details on how this flight will affect your career, and last but not least, your pay. A loadmaster will handle things in the back. You'll have one with you on every flight, but they're not always talkative. Keep on their good side, as they can be cranky in the mornings. Remember that not all contracts are cargo. Some are for karma, some for XP, and others just for cash. Time to go. Scroll up to the top and click load.
It's good. Earth in it. Let's put in 8,000 to be on the safe side. 4 people here. Right. Start the engine.
May I have your attention, please? At this time, please comply with the illuminated seatbelt
Okay.
and no smoking
Great to hear, Edson.
signs.
Thank you. Oh my goodness, what is this? Icing? Icing on the ground? Wow. How cool is it here? -9. Okay, you definitely need anti-ice then, huh? Oh my goodness. Okay. Looks like you guys are probably lagging as well on your end. Yeah, looks like the frames are dropping because of the ice, probably. I'll go outside. Oh, that's still full. Tricky. Not smoothest stream by far. It's limited to 30 for now, that should be good. Hopefully it stabilizes later.
May I have your attention, please? The captain has turned on the seatbelt sign. Please fasten your seatbelt and shoulder harness at this time. Thank you.
We'll turn on the anti-ice as soon as both the engines start. Let's go back to Skypad here. Load up.
Now let's plan this flight. Click on the Plan Flight button to enter the YoFlight app.
Good.
YoFlight will track you on a moving map. You can even zoom in to see airport details. In the top right, you'll find some view selectors, 2D, 3D, north up, and track aircraft. Below those are some options to manipulate elevation data. The Skypad will program a direct flight for each contract. If you want to fly a custom route, you can always click the Load PLN button and use a custom flight plan. Fancy, huh? We're going to take a direct route today, so hit the fly button. Okay, taxi to the runway and take to the skies. The moving map will track our movements.
Awesome.
You have control. Wake
was
me up
super quick.
when we're halfway there for a quick
Thanks, Edson.
check-in. Wake me up before you go.
2 engines. Good. 041 on the heading. That's the runway heading. Some custom lighting in there as well. Let's get back here. 299er3 for takeoff. What are the winds here? Let's see. Wow, -12. Okay, it's -9 right now. Winds are 283 at 4 knots. Outside air temperature -9. And it's 299er3. Okay, good. Runway condition, I think it's dry. Anti-ice would be on. So we'll need 2,500 feet of the runway for our takeoff. Then those V-speeds, 96, 99. And let's turn on anti-ice here. Wing engine anti-ice. Is that how it works? How it works? I think it's... Yeah, okay, there you go. Is it lessening? Let's also do that. I think it's working bit by bit, maybe. Try not to overwrite the flight plans. Yeah, cool, thanks. Yeah, that makes sense. When I saw that was looking for that name on the flight plan, I got nervous because that seemed very similar to what Little Navmap was saving it as. Makes sense. Alright, let's turn on the lights here. Good. Get my bearings back if I can. 8,000 feet. Immediately you see 3599. What is that? On the runway. Oh, that's the takeoff. Okay. Alright, let's see how that works. And then let's go heading mode for now. Flight director, heading mode. And we'll figure it out as we go. Okay. Lead me to the runway. Skypark, ready to go? Okay. Everything is loaded. Let's do this. Maybe this time it will work. Let's run through this guy. Just don't look. Do we still have some icing? No worries, Jay. Hope everything is fine. Okay. Take off flaps. Man, I'm loving the CJ4. You guys can expect, hopefully, smoother videos in the coming days as I check out the CJ4 more and definitely Skypark more. Combining the two sounds like a great idea. And now that we know what's going wrong with it, hopefully we've ironed out the kinks. Okay, let's turn on the strobes here. Landing lights on. Logo light on. Why not? There's the runway. Pretty narrow runway, isn't it? And let's turn on the transponder as well. Way 04. Alright, off we go. little bit of tailwind, that should be fine. Try to maintain center line here. Speed's coming up, V1, rotate. Oh! Positive rate, gear up. Oh, damper on. Good. Flaps up. Don't forget the flaps this time. Go to the climb detent. I love it, it's clicking. And let's go for flight level change. And then go for autopilot. Don't go beyond 250. Don't go beyond 250. There you go.
Altitude.
That was quick. Right, let's move. Turning to the right. Actually, if I turn off autopilot, let me check something.
Autopilot.
It's still broken. The flight director is still broken. You can see. If the autopilot is off, the flight director doesn't tell you where to go. But if you turn on the autopilot, then the flight director banks properly. Oh, don't go beyond 250. (8,000 feet). Flight level change. Yes, overstatus. Welcome. Hey, AK. Oh, there we go. Some nice sights finally. Can I increase the FPS without causing a problem? Let's try it. Let me put it back to 45. Let me know if you get some trouble with the lagging. I think it's stabilized. There you go. Punching through some heavy weather here.
Altitude.
1,000 to go. And from here we should be able to go to nav mode. Nice. Seem to have really great performance. Yeah. OBS has been acting up today. Don't know why, but I cannot max out my GPU as normal. So I have to limit the frame rate so I don't hit the 95% GPU utilization. Before, OBS was working with that if I put it in admin mode, but right now things are not aligning for me today. So yeah, it has not been a smooth stream. Mustafa, who is that? Okay, good. So since things are still loading up, getting close to the magenta line, autopilot is taking care of it for us. We can go in here. We are close enough to the destination that we can plan our approach. Kilo Alpha India Alpha, Alliance Municipal, 253 at 8 knots would be the winds, with temperature at, oh crap, it's still cold, -13. Absolutely freezing everywhere here. 299.3. Yes, good. Runway 30 indeed. Okay, anti-ice would be on. Oh, that's not supported. Okay, send those up. Okay, good, complete. Alright, IMC. zero visibility outside. Well, we are getting peaks of the sun and the edges of the clouds here and there, but so far everything is IMC here. Top of descent. That's perfect because we're at 8,000 right now. So this would be a good experiment if I go up to 10,000 just to see. And if I say hit me up at 2,000 feet per minute, for example, our speed will of course bleed off, so we can throttle up. What I want to see is the top of descent adjusting, shifting. Yeah, it is crawling ever so slightly towards us.
Altitude.
Going beyond 250 knots here again. Don't mind me, guys. Yeah, that looks good. Looks like it's working. Not the most scenic look. Another flight streamer. Oh, maybe. Right, let's have a look at Skypark here. It is detecting where we are, so that's a good sign. North here, that's the way. Indeed. Oh, beautiful. Although we are going beyond 250 knots here. That's nice. Okay, let's keep it there. So cool. Top of descent is coming up, so what we will do, let's have a look at the vertical restrictions. 7,000 is the altitude we manually plugged in, and the rest comes with the approach chart. So it would be eventually 3977 at the runway. The minimums for this one, I have no idea. Let's not plug it in anymore. But let me set it up as 4,000 maybe, and see if VNAV will take us all the way through. I love that. As soon as you change the altitude, it marks the next vertical restriction there based on the FMS. 7,000 at even. Good. Autopilot seems to be working great as well. Let's go ahead and arm the VNAV. We're now in VALT. Path is armed. We'll see the snowflake shortly, as we saw a while ago. Only thing missing in this plane is the auto throttle. LPV turn. That must be an indicator somehow. I'm not familiar with it, but it did pop up. There we go. As you're nearing the top of descent, the snowflake comes up. Ah, very nice. Good practice for the CRJ700. Is that the one that Airsoft is doing? Remind me again. Top of descent is blinking. I love that. You have all the visual cues. VPath is active, enunciated. Good. Now I have to pull back on the throttle so we don't overspeed as we descend.
Oh, hi! Everything looks good, and the load is still on the plane. I hope you got to poke around YoFlight a bit more. Lots of data is available to you while you're in flight, and it's always getting updated with cool new features. Okay,
CJ4
another
Pilot.
little power nap. Wake me up when we are on the ground. Yes, this means you better butter that landing.
It will display that as you get closer to the approach. Ah, makes sense. Might be. Let's double check. I actually didn't bother to check. I just saw it's RNAV, but I didn't check if it's LPV. Let's load up the chart. So it's planning to be at 7,000 at even, and that's perfectly where the range to alt is saying. That's great. So the airport is Kaya. Hey Swappy! Glad you made it, man. How are you? 10 months. Thank you, appreciate it. Have you flown the A321neo yet, Tolis? You must be enjoying that. Runway 30 ILS. So that's the chart. It is LPV. 4127 minimums. Let's plug that in. See if it works. I think I changed it accidentally, the V-speeds. Minimums will be 4127, let's set it at 42. Thank goodness that scales. Scrolls faster, 4,200. Good. And then let me double check the performance for the approach here. 104,111. Send that again if it's possible. There you go. Just to double check. And the refs. Okay, that's been updated. Good. Okay, how are they doing? We're at 7,000. We are keeping it at 7,000 because the altitude restrictions are above 6,100 for the next two waypoints. And what's it planning? Top of descent is, I think, somewhere there after return final. Your X-plane kept crashing. Oh, sad to hear. Driver issue. Oh crap, it's lagging again, isn't it? Yeah, things have not been smooth for me either. Stick it to 30. OBS has been trolling me this entire stream. I had to restart the stream a couple of times. Okay, that should be smoother now, guys, right? Interestingly enough, even if you set it 30, it's not bad, huh? Hey, maple syrup. Oh, Kevin. Cool. Oh, that's amazing, man. That is like the fastest response time I've seen. Thank you for working so hard on it. An amazing product. Happy to have bought it. I will be looking forward to flying this. In the near future. Sorry, I'm just double checking my flight plan here. Because the transition was even, so that's where we came from. But I noticed there is a procedure turn here, so I guess ideally we should do the procedure turn, but in the essence of time, I'm just going to skip it. It's going to turn right. Let's assume that we got clearance from ATC. Good, 220 knots. I guess I can speed that up a bit. Get closer to 240. Shame there is no auto throttle in this plane. That just makes it more interesting. Altitude to 4270. Oh. So yeah, that's a good experiment. Let's try it. Yeah, because that was not supported before. Like at Zunub 4740, let's try it different. Let's say a baby is the final approach fix, but before that, what should we change? Yeah, let's see. They're very different purpose, Deso. Navigraph I use mainly for charts. It is a must-have if you are interested in doing the proper procedures. In my opinion, it makes the things more immersive with charts and really as realistic as it gets. This is how the real charts look like that the real pilots use. So it definitely is a huge plus in the immersion factor. Start slowing down here. There's the snowflake, top of the set coming up again. If you set your altitude to your minimum, so the plane flight all the way. Oh yeah, that's what we're doing. So I set the selected altitude to 4,000 and then I have VNAV enabled, and it's following the flight plan, the FMS altitudes automatically. So far it's been great. Oh, except for me speeding here. Yeah, it's been great so far. What I am having trouble for now, and you might be able to help me with this, is later on, as we approach the final approach fix, when we're capturing the glide path, I want to set the missed altitude. The last time I tried it, it did not work so well for me. There's the runway. Runway in sight. Final approach course would be 307 degrees. Okay, that's correct. I should actually start slowing down now, way down. Coming in too fast. Sorry, I need some speed brakes maybe. Let's go in arm the approach. That actually says VGP there, which I'm not sure if it means that's the glide path already, or should there be a different one? Bleed off the speed, come on. There we go. Below 200 knots, landing gear, first notch of flaps. We can make it. Been good so far. What is the
altitude?
1,000 to go. Yeah, so yeah, after we've captured this VGP, I'm expecting it should be safe to set my missed altitude to 5,900, for example, like this. But then it changes
altitude.
to VLC. So I'm not sure. But that might just be an enunciation issue because it's still descending, I think. Yeah, it's still continuing to descend. That might be a bug. Or I'm not doing it
Autopilot.
properly. Okay. Autopilot off. Low damper off. Let's catch up to the snowflake.
500.
Check. Okay, looking good. The wind's coming from the left. Slow down here bit by bit. Go to VREF.
Minimums.
Oh, minimums does work. Nice. Minimum callouts. Land. Oh, we're going too low here. But we'll make it work somehow. Okay. Come on, don't float. Land the thing. There you go. I'll take it. Stay in the middle. Stay in the middle. That yay was perfect timing. Exit to the right, I guess. Thank you.
Well,
There you
well,
go.
well. It looks like you got us to the right place in one piece. Not bad. I think more Skypark conventions are on the horizon. Taxi to a parking spot, shut down.
Flaps up. Turn off the
A
landing
few
lights.
moments later.
Taxi lights. Strobes off. A few moments later. Yeah, that's perfect. Thanks for the sounds, guys, especially for that yay. Yeah, it's super cool. When ATC clears you to cross events at 6, buttons. Level up at say 7,000. In white under your alt to the scoreboard, and then Snowflake captures VNAV, will get VGP. Right, so I think I got all of that until the VGP point. But what I'm not sure is, so once I capture the VGP is annunciating. It's active. I would expect changing the selected altitude up to the missed approach altitude should be okay, and it should still remain at VGP and not switch to VALT and then ARM GP. Or am I missing something? So where can we park here? I see the... There, I think, is where we should park. Once VGP is captured, you can select the missed approach altitude. Okay, great. So I'm doing it correctly. VGP is captured already, so I changed the altitude, but then it changed to VALT and GP like this. So I think that's wrong annunciation, but the behavior itself seems correct still. That it's still descending down the glide path, I think. Not so sure. I'll have to double check. Where's the guy? Oh, there's no marshal. There's no marshal there, so we'll just park it here. Right next to the Cessna. Good. Parking brake. Logo, taxi, nav lights. And now we can turn off the engine after we close the avionics.
Okay. You can unload the aircraft right here in YoFlight, or you can also handle that in Conduit. For simplicity, let's do it here. Time is money. To complete the contract, click on the green Deliver button at the bottom of the screen.
Ooh. See. Okay, so we've taxied, it detected it, and now we deliver it.
You're all set. The funds
Yeah.
have now been transferred to my bank account.
Oi.
I'm only kidding. It's all yours today, but you should verify that in the Holdings app when we're done here. You know, just in case. I hope you enjoyed your first flight on the Skypark, and best of luck on your future adventures.
I sure did.
One last tip.
Thank you.
The Coyote folks aren't as friendly as we are at Clear Sky, so choose your work wisely.
Nice. Leveled up. Got additional money. Increased the karma by a tad. Take it. Thank you. So how does that work now? Oh, look at that. All of them are here now. Is that everything I've chosen before? Now they're appearing. Interesting. Okay, I'll just let them expire, I think. And then contracts. Now we have so many options. Cool. Unfortunately, we won't have enough time for them, but we will definitely try this out more in the coming days. And the CJ4. There are, I think, Sneaky Fungus, because you have an option to take jobs from 2 different companies, I think. This one is Clear Sky and this is Coyote. And yeah, depending on which direction you want to head, you can go the legal route or the slightly illicit goods option. Not slightly, I think it's really illicit goods. But if you're like offended by those kinds of things, you don't support them, you can actually turn it off. Where was it? I think it was in the transponder I saw it. Yeah, enable illicit content, that one. So I think you can disable it if it's something you don't like to see at all. Which is understandable. Good. Alright. Well, we finished a flight, finally. I actually forgot to turn off the anti-ice and everything. Not the best procedure, and still icing here, actually. We finished it. Thanks for the help, Edson. Thanks, Kevin. Thanks for the amazing job on this app. I'm looking forward to flying this more. I guess it should be possible to fly elsewhere, right? If I don't want to start from this airport, I guess I could search somewhere, like, for example... Oh yeah, there you go. That is cool. Oh, so many options. There you go. And then you can filter it as much as you want. The distance, minimum and maximum, what kind, or feeling lucky. Oh, interesting. If you don't want to think about it at all, take me anywhere. Cool. UK. Do you have jobs in Asia as well? Because I'm from Singapore. I'm from the Philippines originally. There are. Pretty long haul though. Yeah, there's something going to the Philippines there. I think this is Subic. Yeah, Subic Bay International. Romeo Papa Lima Bravo. Cool. How did I get this livery? Someone made it for me. DT Fang is his name. He's part of the community. I have no idea how the details are. The world is now yours, indeed. Yes, I am hanging out in the Discord for sure. Thanks for the app, Edson. Great job, guys. Yeah, I think it's too late to start something from the beginning with the time we have, so I think I'll have to cut it short for now. But stay tuned, I'll release more videos, hopefully less glitchy. And in the meantime, I'll check what's happening with OBS, why it's continuing to troll me. If you guys have any info on OBS, if you're a streamer, had similar problems, seen similar reports, let me know. This problem was there before, way back, that when you max out your GPU so much, the stream is lagging. The encoding is getting full, you know, the overloading the encoder. But since one of the recent patches, they were able to fix that by running OBS as administrator. So even if you max out your GPU, OBS still gets enough for itself. But now it doesn't seem like it's the case anymore with this latest update, 26.1.0 version. So they might have broken that fix. That's my theory. I'll look into that more. Alright, so thanks everyone. Have a good day. Hey Jamnik, just in time. We're going though, but thanks for dropping by. Catch you guys in 2 days. You don't have that problem. Are you maxing out your GPU? Alright, let's talk more on Discord. Thanks for watching everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Sorry for the technical troubles. Hopefully it gets smoother next time. And look forward to more flights with the CJ4 and with Skypark. Thanks. Bye-bye. Good day. Clumsy flying. See you soon.